Hello and welcome to Political Hangout this Monday morning on Glow 99.1 FM. We are reaching you live from Ijapo Estate in Akure, the Sunshine State capital. And in case you're joining us for the first time, Political Hangout is the program where we talk politics, anything in the political arena of states across Nigeria and even at the national level as well. Ayola Fatokun is my name, and we say welcome to the program today. So today our conversation will be on the recent happenings in the All Progressives Congress, because last week one of the governorship aspirants under the platform of the All Progressives Congress in Ondo State, Chief Olushola Oke SCN, declared the support for Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa ahead of the November 16 governorship election in the state. Oke, at a meeting of his political associates and followers at his residence in Akure, collapsed his political structure into campaign train of the governor. Oke, who said he resisted the pressure to challenge the outcome of the April 20 primary election in court. He said his interest is in the unity of the party and its victory in the coming gubernatorial election. And before that, we saw Dr. Jimoh Ibrahim also, stepping down for him, withdrawing the suit, against the APC. Meanwhile, the chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC in Ondo State, Engineer Ade Adetime, says the recent reconciliation between Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa and Chief Olushola Oke is important for the success of the party ahead of the 2024 governorship election. Adetime, who hailed Chief Oke for his maturity and composure, said such gallant move would solidify and unify the party. He said further that Oke, being a party man, has displayed a genuine love for the party's victory, and the collapse of structure was all for the progress of the party. Okay, and in another news, Benson Enikome and his team, Movement for Truth, said the decision of Olushola Oke to support Aiyedatiwa does not enjoy their endorsement. They noted that the organization worked for Chief Oke, but will not allow itself to be led by the nose to support the candidature of the governor. The team dissociates itself from the decision taken by Chief Olushola Oke SCN, and the group maintained that there was no primary election held on April 20th, 2024 by APC in Ondo State. So joining me for this conversation this morning are gentlemen with me who are chieftains and stalwarts of the All Progressives Congress in Ondo State. They've been on this program when the dust was still, hot. It was in the middle of these court cases and, the issues that, followed, controversy that followed the APC primary election. So today I brought them here now that the case is settled now to some extent, I will say. I'm with this morning with Dr. Olusegun Ayodele, who is a member of the Ashiyori team. I welcome you, Doctor. Thanks for coming on Political Hangout again.
Thank you very much for having me. It's my pleasure to be here.
All right, okay. I want to also welcome and aid to former Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. I welcome Barrister Felix Alunge. Thank you for coming on Political Hangout this morning.
Thank you for having me again.
All right, so let's begin this way, Doctor. Now that we've seen Jimoh Ibrahim support your principal. Last week, Olushola Okekolaut is, political structure for Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa. Now that we have this a kind of unity now, how do you feel?
Well, thank you once again. Let me say good morning to our listeners. You know that APC is the main party in Ondo State, and even in Nigeria. Our party is bigger than all the individuals within the party. So the party has spoken, and all have had, and we are in one accord now, and all of us are preparing for the November election, for which APC is going to coast home to victory.
Oh, we're still coming back. We'll get to that. Barrister, now let's have your own, perspective of the whole thing.
Thank you. And sometimes ago, I was out with a doctor, and we at that time, people of the same family, we belong to different divides, but together, to God be the glory, and to for the benefit of APC and the good people of Ondo State. Today we are one, and this is a large family, and for every contest, particularly on the issue of primary, it's not an easy thing, particularly when you have people that are highly cerebral, people that actually who are political juggernauts, who have the capacity and ability to administer the state. And since the primary took place, there have been a lot of discussion here and there, and having interface on the reconciliation. And thank God we have our leaders with large hearts who are magnanimous to consider that the interest of the party has overriding interest over personal interest for the purpose of continue to allow the Progressive Party to rule Ondo State, because it's not an easy thing. And sincerely, we need to appreciate all the political gladiators that took part in the primaries. They have done well. Thank you.
All right. So, Doctor, I want to, really know you are a follower and a supporter of Dr. Jimoh Ibrahim. Now that, is on the side of the sitting governor, who is also the flag bearer of the All Progressives Congress, we would love to know where your loyalty lies. Is it, for Dr. Jimoh Ibrahim or Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa? It's a one-way thing before now, but now as we speak, where is your loyalty? Where does it lie?
Well, thank you. When you talk of loyalty, it is absolute. When I say absolute, I mean 100%. There's no 99.9%
loyalty.
So, and our loyalty in Asheyori as a whole. Asheyori is a big family, you know that. In fact, it has now metamorphosed into a movement. So, but we are within the APC, and our loyalty is 100% for All Progressive Congress.
Is it All Progressives Congress now? Because something led to another thing. You've been with Jimoh Ibrahim all this while. Now that he said, okay, this is where I'm pitching my tent. So the lawyer, okay, let's assume your loyalty is for APC now. So what's the? Let me ask, what's the fate of other followers who believed in his leadership?
Well, Senator Dr. Jimoh Ibrahim is the prime mover of Asheyori. He is our principal. But don't forget that he's a sitting senator under APC sitting senator of the Federal Republic in APC in Ondo State, Ondo South. He's representing Ondo South in the Senate. So we are 100% with him in APC. Senator Dr. Jimoh Ibrahim is a loyal member of the party. And you saw that in his press conference, where he addressed the press to withdraw his suits against the party.
The governor,
against the party. Actually, the governor was just was just secondary in that suit. The suit was principally, we were principally in court against the APC. You know. So, but just like I've said, one thing led to the other, and the party has. We were not doing that. Jimoh Ibrahim was not in court for personal reasons. It was just because of the large interest of the APC to deepen internal democracy within the party. Because APC has come to stay. I'm sorry for people who are not in APC. They will have to stay out of their political arena or of government for a long time, because APC is now a movement.
Everybody can't be in a party, at the same party.
Yes, I agree. I agree perfectly with you. But as it is now, APC is in control of, and you never can tell. We are going to be there for quite a long time because of what I'm seeing.
All right.
So APC is here to stay, and we are here with APC, and by extension, we are here with the government and the governor and the government of Ondo State.
All right. So now, Barrister, when we talk about the whole issue of collapsing structure into parties or a particular candidate, structure. Now, when we look at the whole thing surrounding this issue, we see trust there. We see negotiations, we see gains, aftermath of the exact thing you want that made you do one or two things, to all the structures you've been building all this while, followership, and those who trusted in you. Now, we have some who will be at the, really the inner caucus that will be in the know from the first minute. The principal is thinking of, okay, let me shed the sword and go this way. And we have extended followers, like getting the second-hand information now, who ordinarily won't know what really culminated into the agreement, let me say. So when we look at this, and where is the trust now in that person's leadership? I'm not talking about Olushola Okenala. I'm talking generally now. Like you contested, people have been with you on all this while. You now say in the first place, people will ask if such person contested, to sell out or to like a kind of cash out in the long run. What do you make of this whole scenario of collapsing structure and the fate of followers and supporters?
Thank you. Politics is about seeking political power. And without a party getting the political power, there is no way in which the policies and programs of the party will come to realization. And we know that certain individuals will be in certain positions. And in a democracy that is as large as what we have in Nigeria, and particularly the large followership that APC is having with our leaders, because party politics is about interest, and individual interest is also very, very paramount. And the leaders that are the driving force, the principals of the various groups, they also have their own interest. And just because leaders, they now know that there is nothing to share in zero, and it is better for them to unite together, and that has been the basis in which the gubernatorial aspirants, who I cannot say they did well in the primary, but there's no way everybody could
be on the same table.
Be the flag bearer of the party. And when you listen to Mr. Governor Aiyedatiwa, you know, all his statement, all his words, his presentation have been for peace, for reconciliation. And all the while they are just be appealing that he's going to run an inclusive government. And that is why, distinguished Senator Juma Ibrahim, our political juggernaut, Olushola Oke's son, and the others, they have to go back to the drawing board, call their followers, talk to them, convince them that, they have nothing to be afraid of, and they will not lose out. And that at the end of the day, that they are going to have their own fair share of the governance in terms of representation in the various positions, whether elective now or in future, or in the administrative or political positions, as far as the governance of Ondo State is concerned. And as a matter of fact, I was personally attended where Olushola Oke collapsed his structure. And if you listen to his speech, it was scintillating and convincing, that the way he talked to his people, you know that this man is a man of peace. This man actually believes in the development and the progress of Ondo State. And he told everybody that the larger interest of Ondo State is more paramount than his own personal interest. And the interest of APC as a family is also very, very important. That he cannot join groups that will put down the house he has assisted or contributed so much to build. That the interest of APC is paramount, and he has to appeal to his followers. They discussed for almost 2 or 3 hours before Mr. Governor came.
But some of his followers, you know, who are also well known, strong supporters like that, do not agree. They said Olushola Oke is on his own. He took the decision that, you know, pays him, that affects him directly. What do you make of that?
Let me tell you, reconciliation is an ongoing process.
Okay.
Barrister Nikome is a sitting member of APC. He has also contributed, and I know that at the end of the day, other leaders, not all in those states, we still have to talk to him and his own people. That it's okay, please. On this note, let us unite together for the larger interest of APC. And because if you have consistency in governance, from the perspective of progressive efforts, ruling on those states for a reasonable time, you have development like what is happening in Lagos. And to God be the glory, the flag bearer we have today is a man of ability and capacity, and highly cerebral, and is cool-headed to in discharging the responsibility of that have been ascribed to that particular office. And if you listen to that, when I was, at least, Oga Olushola Oke did not at all doubt the capacity of Aiyedatiwa in his representation. And the way the governor spoke at the ceremony and the way the chairman spoke, all of them were on the same page. And at the end of the day, the followers of Olushola Oke, they first secured that, that their principal in person of Olushola Oke will always at all times protect in their interests as far as the issue of governance and politics of Ondo State is concerned. Because in democracy, there's no way you can get everybody to be on. Just say, majority will rule, while the minority will have its own say. But the minority, as long as they are not oppressed and they have reasonable opportunities within the limits of political participation, they will also be happy that they will be considered. It's an ongoing process. The reconciliation is not yet total. We still have 1 or 2 other people who do not even belong to any group at all. But they are very, very critical.
Standing aloof.
So that Mr. Governor is always continue to talk to them for the interest of like what Dr. Ayodele
said. Okay.
Is as far as all the aspirants, the gubernatorial aspirants, have actually more or less campaigned for the victory of the party in November 16, so that the next that day is just. We are going to see for APC ceremonials day, and for me as I'm concerned, PDP. All
right, Barrister. We'll still come to that. It's not time for campaign unless you want to pay. So, Doctor, now when we talk about leadership, it is very important, especially in politics of Nigeria today. You must have someone you like, you can run to any time of the day. Your role model, someone you've been following, for either to be in position for gains, political gains. Let me say that now that we've seen some of APC aspirants, some went to another party anyway, but those who are still within the party. Now, what's the fate of their followers now? When we talk about gains of the whole thing, can we say, because from the looks of things, it's like bringing, leading people from somewhere, and you got to a particular point and you say, I'm turning this way. Won't they be disappointed in the first place? Or can we say leaders are sacrificing, trusts
of their followers
on the altar of personal gains in politics?
Well, thank you so much. Let me address this question from the context of Asheyori,
okay,
for which I am a strong member. Well, we have built Asheyori on the principle of collective bargaining. You see, and within the APC is a socialist. APC practices socialist democracy. You see, and we are very careful in choosing APC. Let me lead you down memory lane. For instance, I, as a person, Segun Ayodele, have been in this political arena since 1979. Since 1979. By 1979, I was a party agent of UPN. A party agent. Since then, I have been on the progressive line.
Like Ashwaju.
There were other parties. There are still other parties. But I decided to stick my political participation within the progressive fold because it is a fold that has social democracy, which means the focus of the party is the people. So this is where we are, and within that circle, you cannot. It behoves on you to work within the ambit of that party, and that is why, during context, we urge all our brightest to contest, so that whoever gets the ticket, we are sure that that person will be able to deliver to the larger majority, to the larger majority of our people, and that's why our interest is within the party. Our interest does not necessarily lie within the ambit or dictates of the leader. The leader is also very important, but the leader also subscribes to the principles of the party. So it is not as if it's not that when the leadership of the party, when the leadership of one group or one group subsumes his interest into the party, that the interest of the followers will not be. No. APC is a large family. Context only came up to be able to choose who is going to drive what, and but all of us are within the party, and the gains of the party is for all, not for a particular person.
All right, Barrister, I want to know your get your own view on this particular issue now. When people collapsed structure now for either another party or even in the party, collapsing structure for one another or collapsing owns a party structure now for the another party, maybe bigger parties or that. This issue of the public now that you collapse your structure now, in another time, in another 4 or 8 years, you now come out to say you want to contest. Do you think people will take such person serious?
The stage at which we are in now is going to defeat to that victory. And this is the stage of a sacrifice. And when you're saying that the collapsing structure is collapsing structure for the purpose of campaigning and ensuring that the principle of the various groups are taken into consideration in the constitution of the campaign committee, and to make use of the assets and the facilities they have already, so that for the success of the party, so that everything will be put on table from the campaign level, from the constitution of the campaign committee, that they are adequately represented. The various principals that took part in the primaries, there are some things they have discussed with Mr. Governor behind the scene that may not be known to the generality of the followers. That may not be known. And before a particular aspirant who contested and lost now decided to support the flag bearer, it's just a matter of a give and take. Not all details are supposed to come into the open, but it is now left for the principal of the various groups to convince their people, so that collapsing structures, because if structures are not streamlined into one formidable structure, there'll be a conflict of ideas, conflict of presentation of things, so that even the public said, it appears these people are not serious, and it is a way of intimidating the opponents. Like the structure of Olushola Oke now being collapsed into the structure of Aida Tewa and that of Jima Ibrahim. That does not mean that they still have their identity, because in future they may still likely to come out to seek political contest into any positions, and they will still fall back into their various groups in order to seek, because at the stage which we are in now is just that it's okay, the primary has gone, reconciliation has taken place. What is the aftermath of reconciliation? We want one big family to be in existence, and that's what the party chairman has said, and he's so happy that the various aspirants, they have agreed, just maybe just few ones, that at least the success of the party is the most important, so that collapsing structure does not mean that they will not stay behind the scene. They may still have their identity. You have various alliances within a particular group. Everybody has his own groups, but at the end of the day, the interest of the party is the most paramount, and it will give the public confidence that the primary has come and gone, and these people, they are united. So let us continue to keep faith with the APC. And that is why we need to appreciate all the contestants. They have decided to queue behind Mr. Governor.
Not all the contestants.
As virtually all. And I know the few ones, they've still come on board. Yes, because, everybody, when you see a tree that's very fruitful, everybody wants to throw stones so as to get, to eat out of the fruits in a good tree. And that is why we have a large number of people contesting to be the candidate of APC. It's just a matter of time, but we thank God. So far, so good. I think as far as those those who took the primary, I can say we are up to 80 to 90% reconciliation level. So that is why victory is assured by the grace of God.
All right, my dear listener, in case you are just tuning in, you are tuned to Glow 99.1 FM. We are transmitting from Ijapo Estate in Akure, and it's Monday's edition of Political Hangout. And today we're talking issues in the APC, talking about the latest development of the reconciliation process within the party. And with me, Dr. Segun Ayodele, who is a member of Ashiori team of Dr. Jimo Ibrahim, and also an aide to former governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, who is also on the side of Lucky Ayedatiwa, Barrister Felix Alonge. So, Doctor, now to you again. We earlier in the course of our conversation, you made mention of APC being the party to beat. What makes you believe so well in the All Progressives Congress now? Because an average Nigerian, if you ask an average Nigerian today, though some words, when they say some things, what they have in mind is different on election days. What can you say made you proud of being a member of the All Progressives Congress today?
Well, thank you, moderator. APC is the party to beat. I repeat it. You cannot compare the gains of the government of APC with that of any other party. Yes, people are talking of there is hardship in town now. It's difficult to. Life is generally difficult at the moment. Yes. But if you look at it, it's all over the world. It's all over the world. And you see, we need to give credence and kudos to the present leadership of APC in the governance of Nigeria. I'm referring to the president and the commander-in-chief, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for taking the bull by the horn. We have been living on borrowed ropes all this while. I have told people who care to listen, the decision to remove oil subsidy should have been done more than 40 years ago.
But the same set of people, fought against it when Jonathan did in 2012.
If Bola Tinubu did not do it the very time he did it, you will see all sorts of.
You've not answered my question. The president was one of the, those who were at the front of protest then. Occupy Nigeria, occupy Lagos, everywhere.
You see the circumstance. The circumstances is not the same. It's different.
How do you mean?
Okay. Okay. You see, you are talking of. We are talking of removal of subsidy. The main reason why there was protest against that during the Jonathan era was the fact that there were a lot of hawks in that government. You I don't want to start. I don't want to start a kind of discussion that will lead us to beyond
down the memory lane.
You see, but having taken that decision is difficult, but it puts us on the right path. It's better for you to know how much you are worth than to be living on borrowed finances. We keep borrowing money to do subsidy, and this subsidy was actually going to the pockets of few people. Yes, all over the world there is subsidy regime all over the world, but in most places you find out that what needs to be subsidized is food. In most places. It was even wrong for us to be subsidizing fuel because, around the West African sub-region, the price of our oil was the cheapest. And this product was going out through all the frontiers, going to Benin, going to Togo, going to Chad, they were all smuggling all this out. So the Nigerians, poor Nigerians, whose subsidy is meant for, were not really getting it because people were funding the fuel through smuggling. So, and now that subsidy is no more, everybody has to cut his coat
according to his clothes.
And that is why, yes, we have just started. That's why there's difficulties now. If you look at it now, our revenue base is expanding. The revenue is expanding. We are looking at our oil production has moved from around 1.1, sometimes it was even 900,000 barrels per day. That's moved to 1.1, 1.2. We're around, I think we're between 1.4 and 1.5 million barrels per day now. And we hope it will move further to 2 million, 2.5 million barrels per day. At that level, we'll be at a comfortable level for which we will have much revenue, and there will be. And the revenue will be spread out to maintain infrastructure, take care of social amenities, health, education, agriculture, and all that. And this one will bring back life to the people. We only have to go through this difficulty. And my message to people is that we need to endure. Let us endure this. It is a short period of time. And I can assure you that at the end of the tunnel, there is light.
All right. So now to you, Barrister Felix Alonge. Now, when we talk about elections, we have election ahead of us in November 16 in Ondo State. Now, let's say without being the incumbent, let's remove the power of incumbency and the federal might. Did you think ordinarily the All Progressives Congress will, be victorious in the forthcoming poll?
Thank you. Victory is already assured.
Judging from performance,
yes,
of either the federal or the
from the performance,
present administration
at the national level that has actually dovetailed to Ondo State, the ripples of the profile and achievement of the Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who have also benefited from it. And at the same time, what we have on ground in Ondo State is reassuring that APC is going to succeed as far as the gubernatorial election is concerned, November 16, 2024. But we still need to work. In as much, we need to actually convince the good people of Ondo State that as a party that will continue to deliver good governance, and the people are going to see the positive effect of good governance as far as Ondo State is concerned, because you know the level of illiteracy, and at the same time, like what Dr. Ayodele said, that the issue of hardship that pervades the nooks and crannies of Nigeria is not limited to Nigeria. The economic hardship is all over the world. We have people in US, have people in the UK, in other parts of the world. And we are even thanking God that we are even feeling better as far as the situation is concerned. And the little time that Mr. President have done is a pointer that within a reasonable short of time that Nigeria is going to rejoice. And we only need to make more sacrifice and have hope as contained in the Renew Hope agenda of Mr. President. And as far as Ondo State is concerned, our flag bearer, the little time he has been in the circle of leadership as governor of Ondo State, he has done very, very well in the area of infrastructural development. And, he has actually continued some of the developmental projects of his former boss. And that has actually convinced the good people of Ondo State that that Aida Tiwa is a committed and somebody that people could actually rely on for continue those good projects as far as Ondo State is concerned. Since the free shuttle bus, he has even procured more, at least to convince our children to their various schools. And that one has actually assisted the parents to reasonable extent. And he has, in the area of health, in the area of agriculture, he has actually tried his possible best to make sure that, the good people of Ondo State, they are going to have the benefit of a good governance as far as Ondo State is concerned. And he's not the only person that's going to do it alone. All the leaders of APC at the national level and at the state level, they have to come on board to assist the APC to win election come November 16, 2024.
All right. Dear listener, in case you want to join the conversation on Political Hangout this morning, numbers to call 0805 551 1110 or 0706 677 1822. You can also join us on our Facebook Live at Glow 99.1 FM Akure. You can drop your comment for us on our WhatsApp 0805 551 1110 and also call 0706 677 1822. Now, Dr. Olusegun Ayodele, there's this clarification I need on this issue of Dr. Jimo Ibrahim, to some people. Okay, let's pick this call before. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, your name and your location.
I am Mr. Frederick, calling you from Akure here.
All right, Mr. Frederick.
Please, I want to appreciate the guest today. But I have to be sincere with you that we are not pleased with what our guest is saying. They should stop deceiving us. You are telling us there is hardship in everywhere in the world. Anyway, I don't even know how to put it. But enough of this. Let them stop deceiving us. Nobody is against. I am not talking of the current governor of Ondo State. I'm not talking of the current governor. I'm not talking of if he's contesting or he will win or not. I'm not talking of that. But I'm talking of generally of what is said about the president of the country. If the country is good, people will shout and talk about the current president. If the country is at the same time in a bad condition, people will continue to mention and shout the name of the president of the country. So the people, I don't think those people, our guests, I don't think he used to go to the markets. I don't think so. If you go out there and see how people are lamenting, how people are crying, We were not supposed to be facing this because we were blessed in this country. It is because the government of the day, I am talking of the government from the federal level to the local level, they have no interest of the masses in their heart. They don't have the interest of the masses. What they are after is what they want to put in their own pockets. That is why they are doing everything they are doing. God bless this country. God bless them. We can boldly say that we were blessed. But all those people calling themselves politicians, calling themselves leaders, they were just like a punishment to the masses, to the people of this country. But I will stop. What I'm trying to say is that if you want to campaign for the governor, Ayedatiwa is a good man. There's nothing bad in that. He's a good man. If I am interested, I will vote. If I'm not interested, I may not go out to make any vote. But don't praise Mr. President. Don't tell that he's the best. He's great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling and thanks for listening to us. Let Barrister react to that.
It is just one, I appreciate for calling us and expressing his own.
He asked if you go to the markets at all, to know how things are.
It's a statement of fact, but we cannot ascribe the present hardship to the present president, because it is, you see, the cumulative effect of bad governance over the years. And at a time in which the president, Tinubu, came into power, it is just unfortunate, but we thank God that we are in a redemption perspective. It's time to redeem, through the grace of God, all the bad things that are happening to this country. It is not easy. There is no specific area, as far as Nigeria is concerned, that this area is somewhat better, or this area is better. Let him focus on this area. It appears generally every area of the national life.
We have another call.
Hello.
Good morning. Your name and your location. Good morning.
Yeah, this is Gbenga from Akure.
All right. Let's have your comments.
Yes, I also told the line of the last week. Yes, please, sir, please, man. We should be telling ourselves the truth in this country. People are hungry. People are angry. And we are saying that we didn't put the blame on the Mr. President alone. We know that he's capable. Someone like me voted him. We know that he's capable. That's why he voted for him. He also knows that this country is a mess. Another language, another music that they are playing for us now, saying that Buhari have scattered everything. They have did this, they have did that. Is this the same president that brought Buhari? The barrister forgot. The barrister in the studio forgot that is this the same president that backed Buhari for 8 years? And now we are now giving an excuse for Mr. President. Mr. President knew. If he knows that the past administration have done something wrong, let him come out and tell us. They can't expose them. They can't expose the past president. And we are now saying that we didn't put the blame on the Mr. President. We will put the blame on him because people like me voted for him. You know what I expected from him that I'm seeing now.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not what I'm expecting that I'm seeing. I'm telling you the truth. People are hungry. People are hungry.
All right.
Barrister, we are saying this now. We are the one that voted for him. You people that did not like Mr. President. I'm sorry to say that.
All right.
You better to go and tell him, have a contact with Mr. President and tell him the truth. Look, Mr. President, our people, those people that voted for you, this is what they are saying. For you people, you are just.
All right. Thank you. Let's speak one more. Oh, all right. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you calling from?
Well, my sister coming. I'm speaking from Akure.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
We are over 25 years of uninterrupted democracy in Nigeria now. But our internal arrangement in terms of voting has not changed. If we say it's a progressive party, we expect our election to be progressive too. And I say, I APC support to be leading some of clean and clear election that's credible, that we already accepted. In fact, their own internal party affair, they cannot conduct a credible election. How are we going to be sure that when the general election comes, we are going to have a clear and credible election? That's why we are hoping that God will interfere in Nigeria. But this of our president in the country has not done well. That's why has not done well. He's always making decisions. Always says decisions that have caused all this problem today. He doesn't consult widely. He doesn't have patience. He's always doing things after making massive decisions that is tantamount to the consequence of what we are doing. Look at what happened in Kenya now. The president make a decision, and the whole Kenya will indigent. They revolt. But in Nigeria, we are always passive. They will be looking for energy to come first. Because
all right.
To go out and
thank you, Mr. Adeusi. Let my guests to react to that, and let me add this. There is this notion in the public domain that your principal negotiated with second term ticket for Senate ticket for second term. That's why he agreed to succumb for the whole thing. And also I wanted to react to the last caller's submission.
Thank you very much. I laugh when you said some people are saying that it's negotiated. You remember that the election that brought in Senator Dr. Jimoh Ibrahim into office was a landslide victory. He won in 6 of the 6 local governments, and he won in 65 of the 66 wards. What victory could be more than that? And he won his nearest competitor. He defeated his nearest competitor with over 60,000 votes. So, if somebody is saying he's negotiating his second hand, I wonder what they mean. And in the first instance, he has not even told us that he wants a second term. So let me lay that to rest. If he's interested in second term, he will stand the election like he stood the election in the first, and I can assure you he will win. To our callers, I agree perfectly with their submission. You see, the situation is the hardship is so much that people are already bottled up. But what we are saying is that this is as a result of, just like my friend, the Barrister Luna said, there has been bad governance all along. It has gotten to a stage that we can no longer patch anything. The country, we are borrowing money to finance consumption. We are borrowing money to finance consumption. We can no longer. In fact, there was a time we were using up to 95-96% of our revenue to pay debts. 95-96% of our revenue to pay debts. So, and to our people, what they just want is food on the table. And all these dynamics our people do not understand.
All right.
So the hardship is so much, that is why our people are bottled up. But I can assure you, let us persevere a little more.
All right.
There is light at the end of the tunnel.
All right, we say amen to that. I want to say thank you to my guest on Political Hangout today, and age to former Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu Felix Alonga Esquire. Thank you for coming on Political Hangout this morning.
Thank you. I just want to enjoy our good people is to know that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been voted for 4 years. This is the first year. Let's see what will happen in the next 2 or 3 years.
All right. So I want to say thank you to Dr. Olusegun Ayodele too, a member of the Ashiori team of Dr. Jimoh Ibrahim, team. Thank you for coming on Political Hangout today too.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's do another edition of Political Hangout on Thursday by 11 in the morning. Ayola Fatukun is my name. Thanks for being there. Bye for now.